What's up everyone, Stumblzz here, and we're back with Farming Simulator 25, and I'm super excited. We now have the Thrustmaster. I'll give you guys a better tour of it than me just holding it up. My setup isn't super ideal. My boom arm and the way the steering wheel is and all that is less than ideal. So we're going to give it a go the way that we have it here. And I'm still trying to figure out all of the different controls and everything like that for the boom or for the Thrustmaster farm stick. I'm excited to really use it, but I've been struggling with some of the mapping. So that's something I'm going to have to continue to try and figure out. Our fields are ready to go. So if we just take a look real quick, I saw something that the fields don't have to reach that second stage of growth when it comes to grass. So we're going to try and take advantage of that. And if I recall correctly, I don't even know if it'll say it, but if we look at our statistics, let's see here. Yeah, so it doesn't really say in the statistics. I'm pretty confident that we harvested like 277,000 liters worth of grass, and that turned into 129,000 liters worth of silage. I don't know if they're a 1-for-1. If they are, well then where's the rest of my silage? So we do have the silage to sell. We have 25 grand, and the reason we have 25 grand is I've been grinding with the well, actually let's just drive over there with the greenhouses that we have. So I've been using the pallet fork that we have in the front loader and actually selling them one by one or two at a time. Again, make so much more money that way. They're stacking up quite fast. So we're going to have to sell those as well. But right now we need to mow our grass and we need to get ahead of that. So let's go ahead and go to the store. There's nothing on sale that we can buy, unfortunately. We need a trailer. So eventually we're going to need to get a trailer. Let's go to grassland. And we're going to go with what we have been leasing, which are the cheap ones. And we're going to go ahead and lease that one. And then let's go ahead and lease the back one as well. Boom. Leased as well. I also just did another contract. It was a super easy one. It was a weeding contract. And I also just wanted to get the hang of continuing to use my wonderful new farm stick here. Still getting the gist of it. This is my first time playing with my microphone in front of me with the steering wheel, so we'll see how all of this really goes. I love the farm stick so far though. Like using the pallet, the front loader with a pallet fork is so much easier than what we did before in trying to use the controller. The controller is still way more ideal than using a keyboard. However, it's way more fun and using the actual farm stick and being able to use my steering wheel and the pedals. I'm still getting used to my setup with the pedals and the brakes though. For my steering wheel, I had to set the sensitivity to 0, I think it is. And then there was a setting within the Logitech software that I had to change, which was something about the auto recenter or something to that effect. I don't know. Either way, it's fun using more of the complete setup. So if you guys ever are in a position to be able to get the steering wheel with some pedals and also the farm stick, so far I highly recommend it. It's been a lot of fun thus far. And you guys get to partake in that. Let's use my farm stick to attach that. Oh yeah, love it. And then one thing I have noticed is that for some reason when I drive in normal life, I don't ever mix up the gas and the brake. But on here, I've noticed that I mix it up probably way too frequently. It's kind of pathetic. Oh, so this is one thing that I'm struggling with is switching things. I'm having to use my keyboard because some of these things are not selecting the way that I want them to. So there's a lot of like little things that I have to do to maneuver and like fix some of this stuff, and I just don't know what they all are. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out off screen. I've been trying to figure it out, but it's been kind of a pain figuring it out, if I'm being quite honest. The Thrustmaster does have some recommended settings, so if you go to their website, you can download the, what is it? It's like a manual, and it kind of shows you what the mappings are. The downside is it doesn't label what every button is, like what number it is. So probably what I'll do is I'll come up with some of my recommendations, how I'm going to map everything, and I'll create a nice little visual for everyone, and then I'll share it with the group, with every one of you that watches my stuff. And if you ever get a farm stick, you at least have the mappings to make your lives a little bit easier, you know. Hopefully it would be better for you in that regard. Let's go ahead and fold our stuff down. So it looks like I still know how to do that. We'll fold that as well. And then we're gonna back her up a little bit. And let's see here. Now what I would like to get at some point here soon is another tractor, at least so we can hire an AI worker to do the mowing of the fields. Let's lower this and let's actually get started here before actually need to back up even more. I'm losing it. Back it up, and we'll lower that. And nope, I want the front one. Lower that, turn her on. I think that just lowered all of them. Did it? Nope. Nope. I'm still figuring it out, as you can see. Bear with me, y'all. And we're gonna do kind of what we did last time. We're just gonna do it ourselves. And we're not gonna rely on the GPS here necessarily. Although this thing cruises so much. I gotta be somewhat careful with my driving abilities here. And off we go. So yeah, my driving abilities are trash, to say the least. We'll try and just take the turn here, like so. Back her up a little bit. And I don't really remember what I was saying. So yeah, we're gonna mow our grass and go with this for now. But no, this game is such a joy, you guys. I really enjoy playing it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it. We're gonna keep this series going nice and strong. We're gonna make sure that we own every piece of land that we can. And we're not gonna worry about raising and lowering everything, even though it's a little easier to do with the farm stick. It's still annoying just enough that I don't want to bother with trying to keep it all situated. So we're gonna go ahead and do some of this other stuff here that's not ours. It's just extra. I guess it is ours, it's just not part of the actual harvest field, if you will. And we're just really cruising along on this. What we'll do, oh, I missed a whole batch there. We're gonna back her up because I don't want to miss the good stuff. And we'll go like so. There we go. We got that taken care of, and boom. We'll go to our front one. We don't want to screw up kind of like I did before, so we'll just lift that up and we'll go forward. There we go. And now let's go back, and we'll be able to just kind of grab some of this that we missed here by being able to go forward. I feel like you could mow forward before. Like when you went backwards, I thought you could actually mow going backwards before. That doesn't seem to be the case for this one. Let's lower that down and off we go. Get the rest of this stuff here. The steering, running it down to 0% sensitivity isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the darn tractors go so fast with this mower on it that it can be a little bit much to handle. We're gonna go up and down here for a minute, and you would think this snow that we have on the ground would start melting, but it is not. I haven't decided if I want to sell the silage yet or if I want to wait so we can actually buy our own trailer. That to me is something I think we need to do. I don't want to lease a trailer, and I want to be able to just buy our own trailer, and that's the trailer that we use. And I am doing a terrible job with my lines right now. This is quite pathetic, if I do say so myself. That's okay, you guys can judge me on this. I'm doing terrible. But let's go ahead and we did that. We're essentially doing some headlands in a unique fashion, if you will. So there we go. We just got to keep it right along the edge here so we capture everything. We don't have to keep doing this backing up nonsense, which is totally not effective. And we're doing much better on this pass. And I think we'll hire an AI worker for doing the windrowing, because I did not do super great at the windrowing when I had it going for us. So there is that. I'm a pretty average farmer, to say the least. And that's actually probably too much of a compliment to myself for my farming abilities. But it's all good. We're just out here having a good time, mowing some grass. I've been creating, for those of you that watch all of my content, I've been creating these little AI generated songs based on, you know, my episodes and such. If y'all like those, let me know. I've seen some people say that they like them. I'll keep doing them. I think they're pretty funny, and they actually come out pretty good. I mainly just do it because it's a nice little giggle, and it's a good sound for the time lapse instead of having to just, you know, deal with copyright nonsense and find a song that goes well with it and so on and so forth. It's just more fun to create a song that's custom for what I'm doing, and then just place those on the time lapse for y'all. So we'll probably have more of those coming along. As a matter of fact, enjoy this new song for this episode.
Well, I fired up the rig with the Thrustmaster tight. Fields of green stretching out in the morning light. Just me and my mower, cutting that grass, trying to windrow neat, but I keep missing the pass. Blades are humming, but the lines ain't straight. This windrow game's got me tempted by fate. Piles too wide, or they're barely a streak. At this rate, I'll be at it all week. Oh, we're mowing that grass, trying to make it right. Windrow's a mess, but we're working all night with the Thrustmaster shaking. It's a bumpy ride, making circles out of lines, but I'm full of pride.
All right, we've gone ahead and mowed our entire field. My poor driving has led me to need to go and knock out a couple more little spots here. These aren't a big deal, right? They'll be there next time. But, you know, for the sake of trying to get everything we can out of this, because we are still pretty broke. We're at $22,000 in the bank. We're going to sell some of that lettuce, which will help. It'll get us closer to another tractor or a trailer. And I'm not entirely sure which path I want to go with that yet. I'm really tempted to go with more of a tractor with a front loader on it, or something that allows us to be able to be extra productive, where we can hire an AI worker to harvest our fields and stuff like that. And then we can do what we need to do, which is harvest or sell off, you know, eggs or lettuce or anything like that. So we have $5,000 worth of lettuce right now. I've been stockpiling the eggs, and then we have our silage. So if we sell all of that, we're going to be pretty darn close to getting something additional here. We need to go to vehicles, and we need to return our mowers. So we're going to return that one there, and then return that one. And let's actually... So now one of the reasons we need a trailer, so if we drive on over here to this bale storage, so this is new. I don't think I had this in the last episode with y'all. This bale storage over here is new. And it's hard to see what the parameters are, like where the lines are on it, when there's snow on the ground. But this little storage right here is nice, but only in the scenario where you have a tractor or a trailer that you can actually put it on. So if we look at our trailers, so if we look at our flatbed trailers here, we have this one here. It's not an auto load, and it's not a gooseneck, but I don't know what kind of neck that is, but it's not easy to back up, and I really don't want to deal with that nonsense. We have these other ones that are auto load. This is the one I was thinking about getting. The auto load doesn't cost anything. I'm apprehensive about auto load only because I feel like I should try and keep it as real as I can with y'all, and I don't necessarily want to go down that path, but at the same time, I want it to be fun. And at some point when we own all the land, we're going to need auto load to be able to do everything. So this is only $25,000. If we sell off our eggs and our lettuce, really only our eggs, and we should be able to get it. And then we could sell our silage. And then once we sell our silage, okay, I think I know what I want to do here. Not 100% positive, but we're going to go ahead and sell off our eggs. So let's go over here and get some of our eggs. And again, I've been preloading these, like I've been storing them kind of on the side here. So, oh man, I really want a different tractor though, so we can multitask. Let's take a look at the tractors real quick. So small tractor wise, we can get this Landini. I just want to lease it probably for now. I think that's what we'll do. We'll lease it. We have this John Deere 3650. The Landini might be where it's at in terms of something to lease. But what about an actual front loader or like a forklift? What about just a forklift? This dinky little Paul finger can be purchased for $37,000. This is $55,000. Oh my gosh, I'm just conflicted. The question I really have with this tractor, this small tractor, is can the front loader actually fit on it? We're going to test it. All right, let's lease it. I don't know if that's ultimately a wise choice, but we're going to also lease a windrower. We need something cheap, but we also don't want the AI to take forever. I think we're going to go with the Stumblzz. I don't know what it's called. We're going to lease that one, and we're going to drive our tractor over to the shop, and we're going to put this darn pallet fork back on here. We'll leave that there for now, and hopefully that fits on our little tractor that we just purchased, because otherwise we have a bit of a problem at the end of the day. But I'll see you guys at the store. All right, we are at the store. We're gonna hook up our good old, what you call it, windrower. Oop, got a little aggressive there. It's attached. Let's get this back to the farm, so that way the AI worker can start windrowing for us. Now, at what point does this snow start melting? Because this is getting a bit ridiculous. It's still on the ground, and it's been a hot minute, as far as I know. Let's go ahead and line this up a little bit, so that way the AI worker is not taking forever to figure out how to work, to do things. And I can back these things up all day long with my controller, but when it comes to doing it with my steering wheel, I am absolutely terrible at this. I'm just, it's so bad. So bad. Yes, that's what we want. Go ahead and get after it. Why did they unexpectedly stop? Field is not ready for this work, or already worked. Can you not windrow when there's snow on the ground? Because if you can't, that's makes sense. But also kind of stupid that you can do everything else, but you can't windrow? Come on. Do I need to fast forward a bit to see? Like, to get them to be able to do it? Oh, come on. That's so dumb. Alright, well, for the... Oh, geez, we're low on gas. That could be a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and just leave that there for now. Let's get over here to our little diesel thing. I don't think we have anything in this. We might just have to drive back and put gas in our thing. Now I could... Let's actually get out and see. Is there anything in it? No. What if we buy some gas? I don't want to buy that much. Jeez. Let's buy 200 liters. This seems reasonable. Let's go 500 liters. I think that's a good price. And then we can hop in here and then fill her on up, I think. There we go. And refuel. Yes. Why isn't it going up? Is it going up just incredibly slow? Oh my god, that is so painful. Well, we're gonna come over here, start up this little thing, this Landini. Let's get this little guy over to the track, or to the farm. Oh my gosh, it's a power shift, I think is what they call it. It's kind of fun. This little dinky thing. Hopefully it can lift these pallets. I would think it can, but you'll never know. It's 26 miles per hour. This thing's so goofy, but I kind of love it. It's so cool. Well, we don't own it yet. We're just leasing it. One day we'll be able to own this little guy, or many more tractors. But for the time being, we're just going to cruise around in our leased Landini and hope that the front loader attachment fits on it. Otherwise, we have a bit of a problem, because that means I just wasted some more money. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna play the game, and I'm gonna teach you guys what not to do. Don't do what I do if you want to succeed at the game. It seems to be the common theme here. And once we see if this thing will fit on here, and then check our tractor to see if it's actually filling with gas, I don't think this is gonna fit. The thing is way too big. It's not gonna fit. I know it's not gonna fit. I already know it. This is so stupid. This little tractor is a waste. It's so sad. So sad. What good is this thing? Oh my goodness gracious. Let's just double check. Let's look at the small tractors. The Landini. Yeah, I don't... Let's exit out of there. The front loaders. Do these say what they can go to? No, it just says what it attaches to. Does it have to be this type of front loader? Will this attach to it? I don't know. I'm sad. Because I just wasted a bunch of money again. Maybe it's because I don't have... No, that 3-point definitely was not going to... It was not going to work on that 3-point. This thing is just too dinky. Because this one... Yeah, see... That's the key right there. I should have known that. Holy cow. Alright, well, let's say goodbye to the Landini, because it's not useful for us. We don't want to keep it on our inventory here. So let's return that bad boy. And then let's... I don't know. Let's go back to our tractor over here and see if it's ready for us. It is. That took forever to fill, I think. Let's go ahead and circle around. Yep, let's actually go to the house real quick. We're going to see if we can fast forward some time and get this snow to go away. Watch out, Grandpa. I'm coming in hot. And let's sleep until 1300. Should be fine. Come on, how is the snow not gone yet? It's actually sounding like it might be gone, and the game just hasn't updated yet. So let's actually drive over there. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be considered gone, because it's not doing anything with the tires. So I think the map just needs to refresh. It kind of is doing stuff with the tires still. Ah, come on. This better... Yep, see, there's there's the invisible wall for our bale storage. We might have to do this darn thing ourselves if it's still not going to let us go with an AI worker here. I'm backed up terribly to that. Let's go here. Okay. Connect. And can we hire? Nope. We still cannot hire. Let's just go ahead and go into work mode here. Let's go ahead and go to steering assist. So we need to get this stuff windrowed. Let's lower this down, power it on, and cruise control. So there we go. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working, actually. Yep, I don't think it's gonna work. We need it to be not snowy on the ground. I did not know that that was a thing, in all honesty. I really didn't even think about that. So let's detach this. Nope, not that. Not that either. Gee willikers. Let's get out of that and let's detach. Let's go put our front loader back on here until the snow melts, because apparently we can't do anything until the snow melts. We were able to mow the grass, but that was it. And actually, did we waste all of that? I'm hoping we did not. Because if we did, that's gonna really suck. That's gonna be really bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and start selling off these eggs here, which should generate us quite a bit of chunk of change, which is gonna be really exciting. Alright, so down. Again, I love the farm stick. So if you guys are interested in getting it, please do. It's, in my opinion, it's worth the money. It's makes picking up pallets and stuff so much easier that, like, if you weren't to use an auto load trailer, you wouldn't be devastated because of the farm stick, because the farm stick just makes it that much easier to deal with. And we're gonna go ahead and go to the side view here. Let's zoom in a bit. And we can just drop this down. Boom. And if you have any experience driving a tractor or any like forklift or anything that requires a joystick, if you will, this will be pretty familiar for you. So there is that to keep in mind. Now, granted, I am not some expert at driving a forklift or anything like that. I've done it before at a previous employment, but it was not my main function. My employees did the forklift driving. And I did it as a backup. Just because sometimes, you know, you gotta get your hands dirty as the leader. I know not everyone thinks that way. That's kind of how my mind is like, sometimes you gotta roll up the sleeves and help out. And those are the scenarios in which I had to drive the forklift. Now, it's very plausible that my employees preferred that I don't get on the forklift and help out, because sometimes I made things worse than better. But hey, you know, I got in there. I tried to make it happen. Whether they appreciate it or not, it was good intentioned. All right, and boom. Soon we're already back up to that $2,400 mark, which is great. Now we just need to keep going. We just totally ran into the pole there. That's okay. And we'll get over here, get some more of these eggs going. I don't know why the freaking snow is still on the ground. It's kind of irritating because I want to be able to windrow our grass here and start getting some more stuff fermenting, and it's not working out for us at the moment. This is an easy, like, you pick it up real quick, look at the side. Oh, got a little aggressive on the gas pedal there. Put that bad boy down just like so, and then just all the way back to the ground, and boom. See, look at that. Now, as long as you don't slam on the gas like I just did, your pallets remain intact and you pick them up quickly and go sell them off. Now, if we had a trailer, we would obviously just keep loading these onto the trailer until the trailer was full. But in our scenario, we don't have a trailer, so we're just selling them about 2 at a time and then hoping for the best. We're getting some money out of it, though. We're now sitting at the most amount of money I think we've had since we spent all of our loan and everything, and that is $27,000. So great progress. We still have this lettuce over here that we need to sell. I don't know what's going on with the snow on the ground, but it's kind of irritating. Let's see. How do I want to work this out? Let's back up, I guess. Let's go forward a little bit. I want to get this little dinky pallet here. We're gonna try and go like so. That's the wrong pedal again. And let's put this down, and just a light pickup there. And we'll just back up here and we'll put it on top of this one. It's kind of a tight squeeze here. Doesn't have to be perfect on there, actually. So if we take a little sharp turn. Alright, and then put that down like so. Maybe that'll stay on there. Yep, it sure did. Sweet. I'm gonna kind of just do a little... I don't know what I'm doing here. Trying to make it work. And then we got this. Boom. Alright, so there we go. It's stacked on there terribly, but hopefully well enough that I'm able to get it over there without it falling off. So let's get on over there. And I might have to fast forward even more time to see if we can get this darn snow off the ground. I don't want to go into next month without our grass in a state of growing. That would be kind of annoying in my opinion, because we need to take advantage of all of the time that we have. Let's go like that. All right, let's back up. I've noticed that driving with the steering wheel and like having a gas and brakes and all that stuff is easier in the cab than it is outside the cab. Contrary to what you would think, like when you're using the controller is actually pretty easy to navigate when you're inside the cab or outside the cab. But when you're doing this, it's actually easier to drive inside the cab. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I've kind of felt about it. Let's get on over there and sell. Actually, let's see if we can pick up a thing of lettuce while we're at it. And just come over here and we'll stack this guy on top of our case of lettuce. There's an attachment that you can get, I think, if I recall correctly, that is like specifically for pallets. We might have to check it out. It allows you to kind of stack them, which is ideal if you're kind of doing what we're doing here, a lot of pallet work. Let's go. There we go. And then down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then like so. Boom. Wonderful. And then let's get inside. And off we go. And I'll show you guys here after we drop off this little thing what I'm talking about for the pallet loader. I think it attaches to one of these quickies. We'll find out here in just a second. And it may be worth us looking into it. So we'll see about that. Alright, so we're sitting at $31,000. We can actually almost buy a trailer at this point, which would be great. It may actually be the path that we have to go. Let's take a look real quick at our front loaders here. So, front loader tools? I don't remember where it's at. I know I saw something that allows you to pick those up. Yeah, so if you go into miscellaneous, you have this right here, this WIFO or WIFO, I don't know, Simply Strong. It's a pallet transporter. Like, it looks pretty freaking awesome. And I don't know really how it works. I don't think you need a front loader attacher to it. And it's $10,000. How many can it hold? I would imagine it can hold quite a few. I don't understand how it works though. You know what? We're gonna give it a go. Let's at least lease it. It's only $510 to lease it. Let's lease it. Let's actually, before we do that, someone had mentioned to me in the comments, and I don't remember where he said it was, but he said that there's a discoverable item by Grandpa's house. It's like in a barn or a shed or something. And I don't know where that is. And it's been a minute since I looked at that comment. So let me see if I can find that real quick. Because that was like 10 grand that he said that it gives you once you find it. I just don't know where he's talking about necessarily. Is it over here? This is where the honey goes. We have some honey growing. We're not gonna worry about, you know, wearing a bee suit or anything like that. We're just gonna get stung. Just running through this little bee area. What is this thing? Small shed. Yeah, we could build that at some point, but as of right now, we're not building anything. Let's run over here. Maybe it's the shed that's kind of sitting over here. This looks like one of those RTK stations, I think it is. There's nothing there. Now, it could be in one of these sheds. You can actually walk through. So open the door here. Voila, we're opened in the doors. Nothing in there from what I can see. Now let's go into our first person mode here. I thought I've gone through all of these little sheds. So, well, shucks. I don't know where he's talking about. Am I missing something here? It's over here at this person's house. Excuse me, sir. Don't hit me. This is definitely a house and not a shed. This isn't Grandpa. Who is this guy? Who is this? This is...
Look who we have
Ben.
Here. Last time I saw you, you were playing in Cowdon. Remember me? I'm Ben.
That's great, Ben.
Some call me by my nickname, Helper B.
No thanks. I'm good.
Very well. Pragmatic, are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Thanks a lot, Ben. I just want to know where the 10,000 little golden jewel is. And I don't know where it's at. Alright, so I went and looked at the comments here. And it was Avenger Reaper. He said that there's a shed on the other side of the fields, aka Grandpa's field. There's a collectible in it worth 10K. I'm assuming it's this shed. So we're going to see if it's in there. If it's not in there, well, that sucks. We just did a bunch of running around for nothing at that point. Collectible. I don't see the collectible anywhere. So I'm not seeing it. It says it's in the shed. Or is that it? That's another shed looking thing. Sheds everywhere at this point. It could be in this one, which isn't our property, but it is a shed. It looks kind of abandoned. It looks like someone could put a collectible in here, but maybe not. It is not in here either. So no collectible in that shed either. Well, Avenge Reaper, if you see this episode as well, let me know if I'm on the right track or what I'm missing, because I am not seeing it. Alright, y'all, I don't know what the deal is. I fast forwarded time again. We're now at 1500 in terms of the actual time. And the snow is still on the ground. Like, it's becoming a bit of a problem at this point, because I cannot windrow the grass that we have cut. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. I don't know if I should just continue to hope that it melts. I don't know if I should just try and roll it so it at least gets into the grass state, and then we try and maybe we could roll it, then windrow it. That's interesting. Let's give that a go real quick. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we're gonna give it the old college try. Because for some reason, this darn snow is not going away. I've never seen it stick so persistently. This is driving me nuts. I need to definitely figure out what's going on with my... Nope. Don't do that. I need to get these situated to where it's not so annoying. Alright, let's try and roll this. Let's see what happens if we go over to our other field and start rolling it. Does that impact my clippings that are on the ground? I don't know the answer to that. I hope not. Let's try and hire an AI worker for that. AI worker, headland. Okay. And then let's see what happens with this. It's unfolding. She's off to La La Land. Why are you starting right there? Okay. Oh man, I'm so nervous about this. Like, so that's working in that sense. I wonder if I have them roll it first and then we do the windrowing. It'll still be growing. It'll be fertilized. It'll be solid and ready to go. That could work. Let's see if that actually works out for us. All right, after an exhaustive rolling session, we're all rolled. The snow persists, and now we're gonna fold up our equipment here. We're gonna put our roller away for the time being, and we're gonna see if windrowing is possible after you roll it and there's snow on the ground, because it removes the snow aspect of things. So let's see if that's a thing. Oh, for crap's sake. I am so annoyed with that. Doing that. I'm going to fix that. That's going to be a big priority of mine. So we're going to take that off. And now let's move forward. Let's grab our windrower here that we've been paying for and not getting any return out of it yet. There we go. We got that hooked up. And let's go over here and let's see if we can get this thing off and running. We're going to try and do it with the AI worker because why not? And off you go. No, what in the world is happening? I don't understand. Did I screw up the whole thing and you're not supposed to mow when there's snow on the ground? Is that the end state? Is that really the issue here? That very well could be it. Oh my god. I think that might be the case. We're gonna try it on our own here. Yep, it's not doing anything. Son of a cocker spaniel. I don't know if that's really how that works. I'm gonna wait for the snow to melt and try the other field, and hopefully we get something out of it. Otherwise, we just wasted all of that grass. And now we're gonna have to wait for it to grow again. We have 30,000 in the bank, so we're doing better, but we're still making dumb choices. It may be the case. Y'all, make sure you join in next time. I'll have the farm stick figured out. We won't make this mistake again, assuming it's a mistake, and I'll let you know what happens with the snow issue. But if you know in advance of me, please let me know. Drop it in the comments and let me know if I totally just screwed the pooch on that one. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.